Hey everybody, this is iLad and I'm back with another episode of Indie Speed Dating. And today we are checking out the game Bastion. Now this is an unusual Indie Speed Dating episode for a number of reasons. First of all, I have played some of Bastion before. This is not actually my first time checking out the game. Secondly, I have not started recording at the start of the game, which I normally do. This time I'm actually pretty far into it before I ever hit the record button. And that's just because when I started playing, I wasn't really intending to turn this into an Indie Speed Dating episode. I was just gonna play it for myself. But the more I played, the more I was convinced that I really needed to get a video up on this. This is one of the first, maybe the first, big successful indie game that I was really aware of. You know, outside of like freeware and shareware back in the day. But I'm not sure how many people out there have really taken the time to check it out, and it really deserves being checked out. So what happens with Bastion is you wake up one day and find out that an apocalypse called the Calamity has happened. And it's up to you to figure out what happened, where are the survivors. One of your goals is to piece together the area called the Bastion, which is sort of a last refuge for anyone who survived the Calamity. And then you've got some character interactions that make for a really good story as you go through. Bastion serves as sort of a hub for all the activity of the game. As you play through the game, you can upgrade the Bastion. The Bastion is a safe zone. There's very little that can go wrong here. And then you get these buildings or facilities that help you either upgrade your weapons, get new items, or even change some of the game rules. For example, one of the buildings can make the game more challenging if you select some of its options. Some of the upgrades you can earn for the Bastion give you access to special flashback levels called reflections. These shed a lot of light on character backstory and really help you understand why the characters in the game are doing what they're doing. As far as I know, they are optional. They are a fantastic way to get money, but they're also very, very tough. They're very much like challenge missions. The point of these reflections levels is that you're facing wave after wave of enemies. You're in a closed-in arena. You've got to survive till the end of way too many waves of very, very tough enemies in usually large groups. But while it's doing that, you hear the narrator's voiceover. And let me tell you something. The guy they got to do the voiceover for the narration in this game has a fantastic voice.
The journey was hard, but he knew how to fend for himself. And then at last, Zolf saw the rippling walls on the horizon.
Honestly, he's right up there with the very best voice actors I think I've ever heard in my life. Even Morgan Freeman.
He endeared himself to city folk straight away, and in turn...
And here we have an area called the Cauldron. The Cauldron is a pretty unpleasant place, as you can see.
Place as inhospitable as they come. But still we pressed on.
Got a number of creatures I gotta kill here. Now at the end of areas like this, you don't exactly have boss fights. So what you're looking at here is an area called the Wilds. I don't remember actually what this specific map was called, but basically I'm kind of trudging through the jungle and discovering that a number of the more intelligent creatures in the game have actually started creating their own bastion as a place of refuge. Sucks to be them because I've got to take the treasure kind of at the heart of this area and use it to rebuild the human bastion. I'll show you just one of the end zone battles. It's not exactly a boss, it's more like a collection of really tough creatures that hit hard and heavy in a sort of a closed-in arena. There are a couple of creatures in the game that I would call almost bosses. You can see one of them here. But you end up fighting these just kind of routinely throughout the rest of the game. So not exactly a true unique boss. Here's an area called the Grand Rail of Point Limeos. This is the only auto-scrolling section of the game that I think I noticed. I didn't really care for it. Auto-scrolling levels in general put me on the wrong footing, to be honest. This really didn't take away too much from the game.
Don't let so much as one of those things slip by. Not much wiggle room up there near the rail. Fancy footwork on the rail, but with wallflowers, coffin, and fungus everywhere. Only one way to cure a cough like that.
Anyway, I thoroughly enjoyed my playthrough of Bastion. I did start it a while back. I think I might even have an old video of it somewhere on the channel. I can't remember. But this time I sat down and actually, decided, okay, I'm going to try to finish it. And 6 or 7 hours later, I was staring open-mouthed at the ending of the game going, whoa. That was pretty epic. So I have to give this a 5 hearts out of 5 because I couldn't put it down. Like, I just wanted to jump back in and play more. And there are so few criticisms after this game. Like, it's so well put together. The hand-drawn art is beautiful. The soundtrack is amazing. The voice acting is pretty great. The challenge is pretty much in the sweet spot. Nothing ever gets very tedious. Nothing ever gets incredibly hard. But it's definitely still a challenge. And if it is too easy for you, like I said, there are upgrade options that can definitely add on to the difficulty level.
Okay, so maybe we didn't get that sign-off on the whole Grand Rail thing. That was bad.
Yeah, this is a fantastic game. If you think that it might be your kind of game, you can check it out on Steam. basically any computer can run this, I think, at this point. Like, I'm pretty sure you could run it on a potato, but it holds up. Like, it is very, very fun. So I wholeheartedly recommend this one. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then I hope to see you back for the next one. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much, and take care. Bye-bye.
Well, the rails won't last much longer now that the kid took the shard.